Looking for some ways to freshen up your Friday date night? Well, call on the Dating Divas. These 12 ladies hope to help other women add life and romance to their relationships through their new dating blog. They post fun, creative, and inexpensive weekly date ideas so you can keep your marriage on the to-do list. We've got 3 of those Dating Divas in studio today: Tara Carson, Kirsten Jepson, and Carrie joining us as well. You've got 6 great date ideas to run us through. But first, I wanted to highlight a quote on your blog on the headline that sums up what you ladies hope to do pretty well. Marriage, not a noun, it's a verb. It isn't something you get, it's something you do. It's the way you love your partner every day. Is that the goal, Tara?
It is, yeah. I think a lot of people go into marriage thinking, you know, the wedding was so wonderful, it's going to be a fairy tale from now on, and I think that they just forget that you have to create your own fairy tale. It's not going to happen without a lot of work, and so that's what we're trying to help put a few ideas out there that they can pick up and actually use.
You guys are nodding. You know it takes a lot of planning and work, though, because you do the planning and you do the work on a weekly basis. But you've done the work for us today, and you've got 6 fun ideas. Starting off with, Tara's going to tell us about the Funky Town date.
Okay, that date, you had to be an extreme extrovert in order to do this date, which my husband and I are, and which this worked for us. But we started off by a normal potluck, which saved us a lot of money on finances.
Okay.
We had a group of friends who were willing to do some crazy things, and we, instead of using normal utensils, we gave the husband some crazy kitchen utensils to use to eat instead of forks and spoons and knives.
Did your husband go for that?
Fun.
Yeah? Okay.
Someone got a whisk.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have given my husband a whisk and
To watch him eat.
see him try and eat off of a whisk.
Yeah, oh, and it got even better. Like, the best part, we took the guys to a thrift store, and we chose crazy outfits for each other to wear on the rest of the date. And that's probably my favorite part. We laughed so hard the whole time picking out the outfits.
Crazy start to finish.
Crazy. And we finished off with going bowling, but we made sure to put a little twist on it.
Very fun. Okay, Kirsten, tell us about the Amazing Race date.
The Amazing Race, everybody knows what that show is. You can put a twist on it. We chose a group of 4 couples. We went to the Gateway to kind of simplify it so we weren't running all over town, but we each made a clue and a task for each other to complete, and it was a lot of fun.
It looks like a lot of fun. So there were tasks that the couples completed together on teams?
We just competed with our spouse. We competed against each other, and it was hilarious to see the other person running across the hallway as you're right behind them. And we started in a different order, and we all knew what the end destination was going to be. That wasn't a clue. So the winner was taken out for ice cream, or their ice cream was paid for.
Very fun. So there was a bribe at the end, a reward, we should say.
Right.
At the end. Okay, Carrie, the Mission A-Team date. How did this play out?
I am a huge A-Team fan. I have been since, I don't know, 20 years.
Yep, she is.
So what we did is we actually had 5 different missions for the entire date. And we let the guys know ahead of time. So in the morning, they got a little card that was a camel car with their first mission attached, saying that they need to be back at their bunk at a certain time to be ready to go. And when they got there,
and I love that she made the invitation in the morning. So the date kind of starts in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you stretched it through the day.
Yes. And you know, we had a military carrier for them on the second part of the date, which had their entire uniform on there. And I designed some T-shirts that said Bank of Hanoi, which is from the original A-Team series.
Okay.
And then Face Man, which is on the back of the guys, and So, which is on the back of the girls, which is part of the new date. The new movie, excuse me.
Yeah.
And it just took us through like Wahoo's, which is a family fun park, and we went and did some really fun batting cages, and we played video games, and it was just
Totally
a ball.
A guy date.
The guys were all over.
Yeah.
They loved it, and you know, the camo outfits, they totally dig that, and we gave them, we even gave them the military tags, the dog tags that we made especially for them.
You guys go all out.
Yeah.
This is fun.
With the shirts
Seriously,
and
the shirts and tags, there was a whole wardrobe involved.
Yes. And then they also have a souvenir for the date to keep later, which my husband was totally stoked about.
He liked the dog tag.
Yes, he thought that was super cool.
Okay, well, you're all about creating fun, so I want to know where the fun lies in a bookstore.
I know.
What is this?
This is totally opposite than the Funky Town, obviously, because you can be an introvert in order to do the bookstore dates. And I think any age, any person would be comfortable doing this one. But I love to read, and my husband does not at all. And so I thought, why not have a fun bookstore date where I can show him how much fun it is to read? So So I gave him an invite first just to kind of prep him and show, so he could see the word bookstore ahead of time. To get the whole, oh really, over with.
So the dread could be out of the way.
Exactly.
All right.
And then we went to the bookstore and we had 2 different task cards, and on each task card there were 3 different things we had to complete. And we found, and I would recommend doing this at a big bookstore because they have the cozy little spots where you can go sit and meet up and share each other's things. Barnes and Noble. Exactly. Yeah. So and I'll just give you an example of one thing we did. We found, and I think there was pictures of it, we found you had to go to the cooking section. You had to find a recipe book and pick out a recipe that you would make for the spouse. And this is perfect because we found I am a BYU alumni, and he's a U fan, and so we actually found cookbooks.
That was a fighting task.
Yes, that competed. And so we found, it was so much fun.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah,
you guys enjoyed it. I know. Now everyone's signing up for that. Well, great ideas. There are a couple more on our website for viewers to check out, and of course, you'll always find new date ideas on their website, so we'll link you there as well. Thank you. Fun ideas, the Dating Divas. I love it. Their blog, of course, Darling, is that what it is? Darling. Datingdivas.blogspot.com.